Long ago, from 1500 BCE to 300 BCE, there lived the Phoenicians. This group of people lived around the Mediterranean basin and were strongly associated with trade and shipbuilding. Having created the alphabet, the Phoenicians were very well respected in the world. They traded and manufactured an expensive purple dye that was greatly prized because it didn't fade. Instead, it became brighter with sunlight and weathering. Extracted from the sea snails found in the eastern Mediterranean, this dye would stay in the skin of the workers. Because of this, the Greeks gave the Phoenicians their name, which means purple people. The Phoenicians were ideally situated to develop trade throughout the Mediterranean Sea, and they flourished by opening up markets and ports. Their coastal cities were placed perfectly for trade, and a forest of enormous cedars stood inland. This timber was perfect for creating seaworthy craft, as well as being an exceedingly desirable export to the treeless heartlands of Egypt and Mesopotamia. Other abundant resources of the Phoenicians included a large number of mines for mining metals, a multitude of glass materials, a great quantity of sea snails for extracting purple dye, and a profusion of grapes for making wines. All of these goods became greatly prized commodities of the ancient world and were a major source of revenue for the Phoenicians. Phoenicians were also highly skilled shipbuilders, which was ideal for transporting goods across the Mediterranean. They developed huge ships that sat many passengers. These ships acted as war galleys, and each galley was armed with a sharp metal spike at its head. The Phoenicians also decked their ships and gave them masts and sails, which increased the quality of their boats. Having innovations in shipbuilding allowed the Phoenicians to sail far west, carrying their massive range of goods. Being the sailors they were, the Phoenicians were also able to navigate the turbulent waters of the Mediterranean Sea. All of these things contributed to the Phoenicians' domination of trade around the Mediterranean. These people were extremely motivated to broaden their horizons, whether they were scouring the world for more supplies or claiming new territories in order to trade with more societies. This aspiration separated the Phoenicians from other civilizations, as they were the greatest merchants the Mediterranean Sea had to offer.